Springer, who is back in the DH spot today after starting in left field in yesterday's game. Ooh. And Springer got hit, a changeup up and in. Now Guerrero gets his first look at Woodruff, and then he reaches for it, grounds it to first, and the two middle infielders collide. And the Blue Jays will wind up with runners at second and third. Boy, a bizarre play. You almost never see that, especially with a team that plays such good defense. But the Blue Jays just caught a huge break.
It's a rare miscue right here. Miscommunication between Terang and Monasterio.
So the error goes on Vaughn, the first baseman, on the throw. And now it'll be up to Nathan Lucas, looking for his first hit of the series. 0 for 6 so far against Milwaukee pitching. Fair ball down the left field line, and that will cash in both runners. A big first inning hit here for Nathan Lucas. A 2-out, 2-run double to tie the ball game.
What a response by the Blue Jays. What a response by Nathan Lucas.
And snuck it around that third base bag. A 2-2 ball game. That might be the biggest hit of the season for the Toronto Blue Jays right there. They really needed that one.
Now Ernie Clement, who is back into the starting lineup for the first time since Tuesday.
And Ernie sends it into center field. Is it going to drop down? It will, as Nathan Lucas turns the corner and scores, and the Blue Jays score 3 in the bottom of this inning to take a 3-2 lead.
Another fastball from Woodruff with 2 strikes, and it's in on the hands of Clement, but he fights it off and loops it into shallow center field to cash in a 3rd run for the Blue Jays here in the 1st.
All 3 runs unearned.
So it's a walk to Straw, and the Blue Jays have a base runner now.
And here's George Springer, who was hit by a pitch and eventually came into score in the bottom of the 1st. This one to left field. He's tagged it pretty well, and it's off the wall. Straw's getting the wave. On his way to the plate and in there. Now Springer to third, and he's safe. A big hit, some aggressive base running, and the Blue Jays now lead by 2.
Well, Miles Straw continues to do the little things for this team.
There was a lot going on in that play. Miles Straw hustling around the bag. But again, what a swing from George Springer. Continues to swing the bat well.
Brewers are not on top of their game right now defensively, making some over-eager mistakes.
50 pitches already for Max Scherzer.
To center field. Straw on his way over to right center, and he'll make the catch. Contreras is tagging, coming to third, and he's out. What a throw by Miles Straw.
As the Blue Jays get out of the inning and limit the damage, but the Brewers do come back to tie this ball game. 4-4 is the score.
This is crazy. They aren't exactly playing fundamental.
They've got him on the corners for Jackson Chourio with 2 out, looking for the lead.
Big pitch here. Runner goes from first. They throw through. Runner coming home. The tag. They got him. Jimenez firing it right back to Heineman to get Monasterio in a slide.
They're not challenging that thing. He was out by a mile. And they punch out Monasterio at the plate.
And the Blue Jays have runners on the corners with 2 out.
Great base running from him. Aggressive base running. Now the Blue Jays have runners at first and third with 2 outs.
There's a mess on the bases now with 2 outs. See if Big Woo can get out of it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate.
All right, Vladdy 0 for 2 today. Now 1 for his last 22.
Bounces it into deep short. The long throw is not in time. It'll be an infield hit and an RBI for Guerrero. And look at how relieved he is. He's been going through it. But a high chopper will go for an RBI single and give the Blue Jays the lead.
Well, he will take it, and the Blue Jays will take it.
Looks up at the heavens, kisses his hands, and says thank you. As he finally gets a hit, he smiles at the dugout as Springer scores to give the Blue Jays a 5-4 lead.
Tommy Nance is now coming in, but it's still bases loaded, 1 out, and is on in a big spot. Yeah, it's only the 5th, but it's a big spot. Swing and a miss, they'll take that too. Look at the location of that curveball.
He went to his bread and butter, got ahead with the sliders, but the curveball is his put-away pitch, and he buried it on him. What a good timing for that location.
Ground ball to short. Bichette to Guerrero, and Nance gets out of it. The Brewers loaded the bases with nobody out, and they do not score, and it's still 5-4 Blue Jays. Boy, the Blue Jays are hitting them just hard enough, but not too hard where they're carrying out to the outfielders, as Clement and Jimenez both line one into the outfield for a single.
Back-to-back base hits for the Blue Jays, 2 on with 1 away.
Bit of bad luck here for Woodruff.
Woodruff in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 5th. See if he can work out of it like the Blue Jays did in the top half of this inning.
Tyler Heineman comes up.
To left center field. This is going a long way, and it's not going to be caught. Clement will come in to score. Jimenez is stopped at third. It's a big RBI double for Tyler Heineman.
Collins thought Churrillo was getting it, and Churrillo thought Collins was getting it, and it landed in between them.
As Heineman gets up to second base, the Blue Jays tack on 1 more to lead 6-4, and they've now got second and third with just 1 away.
Straw has extremely good contact skills. Grounded up the middle for a base hit, and this will score 2. A 2-run single for Straw, who's having a big couple of days, and it's 8-4.
Such a good contact hitter, and that's when that comes into play. And he put it in play all right, and he also found a hole right over the mound.
That looks to be it for Big Woo.
Boy, all the promise of Woodruff v. Scherzer on this Sunday afternoon, and neither one of them are going to be around past the 5th.
It is an 8-4 Blue Jays lead as we head to the 6th inning here in Toronto.
This is line to left, a sliding catch by Nathan Lucas. What a nice play out and left.
When you score 3 runs to increase your lead, you want a nice quick comeback in this next inning, and ideally you get the leadoff man, and this just by inches.
This is moments ago. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who had been on base, stopping on his way towards the dugout to get his glove and his cap. And a little pep talk for Jeff Hoffman.
We see a lot of these little subtleties throughout the course of the ball game. We saw George Springer dealing with Brendan Little in there, just trying to pick up a teammate. Vladdy doing everything he can to get Hoffman back on track and in the right frame of mind for this one.
Ground ball to third. Clement's got it, and the Blue Jays win it. Jeff Hoffman comes on in the 9th and gets the last 3 outs of the afternoon. And the Blue Jays do indeed win the final game of this series as they beat the Brewers by a score of 8-4.